We're very grateful to have with us Jared Hill, who is a correspondent for CBS News and Stations.
When it comes to a debate, they typically are an hour and a half of vibes. The big picture for me was that it did not seem as though former President Trump was comfortable on the stage or in himself.
It was weird.
It was weird. The whole thing, they were very weird.
We were like, can you denounce racism? He was like,
or the Proud Boys, or January 6th. Les, you're really good at this.
I watch it
Do you?
every single day. I watch it all day long. It's weird. I need to be hospitalized after a while. I was doing really bad in 2020. When the pandemic and that election, I was like really fucked up because I was drunk a lot, like way worse than ever before. And all we did was watch the news every single day. And when the election happened, all we did was like sit there and look at that number and and after how many days was it? It was like 3 days it took them to count. They did not release those election results on the same day.
Oh yeah,
it took them at least 3 days.
It took them a little while.
Yeah, it was nerve-wracking. So now I like try to keep a close eye, even though I can't do anything other than vote. But I feel like this time around, last time around, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know if I was really, with Biden. I just wanted somebody else. Not because of his policies or anything. I don't remember what it was. I was just like, that man right there though, that red one, that little orange one. Oh, she gotta go. She gotta go.
Orange Blondie.
That orange blondie.
The OG bad built.
He couldn't even denounce like being a racist.
Yeah.
On a national platform. And people were like, it's fine, girl.
But I mean, isn't that wild that in the Republican Party, to win the election, you can't denounce racism. Because then you won't win.
And that's not good.
You need the racists.
And that's not good.
That's not good.
And that's not good. Put that as a soundbite. And that's not good.
That's not good.
Let's play Who Said That or whatever. What'd you get on the... You found some things on
all
Twitter?
These tweets. I just want to go through some of my favorite tweets.
Okay, let's do it. Read them. Let me have them, Boogeyman.
What is that reference? You have a lot of references I don't know.
I make them up as I go.
Oh.
Yeah, girl. I'm fucking nuts. Let me make sure I'm in the frame.
Woo! Okay.
What's the first one?
All right. Oh, this was a good moment.
Donald Trump was fired by 81 million people. So let's be clear about that. And clearly he is having a very difficult time processing that.
Yeah, sure. That's funny. But can you bring up the one about the fucking dogs? Because that shit, what he said about the dogs, I couldn't believe it.
In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there.
And what was the report? The guy was like, we just got a tweet or email from the city manager. No animals have been eaten.
I'm pretty sure Trump arguing with the moderators over people eating pets in Ohio wasn't part of the campaign game plan.
No. Fuck no. I bet you whoever's backstage right now is like looking at him is like,
they just like rip their papers up.
No, they like pull a little piece of their hair out and they just flick it like, fuck. But you know what? If I was part of this campaign, I'd just be happy to get a paycheck.
That's true. I mean, there are moments, especially when they have these. I was watching, I guess it was CNN earlier, and they had this black Republican guy at the debate from Florida.
Yeah.
And I can't help but feel like the Hims and the Candace Owens and the Tim Scotts and all these people, I'm like, you're playing a role for a check.
Yeah.
Which we all do to some extent.
I don't.
Right? Like I could be bought for a certain amount.
Y'all
of money.
heard it. She's ready to sign up and drink the juice.
Are you kidding me? Like we all have a number.
I don't have a number. I will say this. One time on Instagram, the Illuminati slid into my DMs and they were like, want you to sign up. They said some money thing.
Girl, The Illuminati slid into my DMs on Instagram.
Yeah, and I was like, girl, sign me up. What's next?
He said, who do I got to eat?
I'm like, J-Lo's doing good, and she hasn't made a hit. And so, I'm just kidding. Let me stop. Anyway, stop. That was rude.
But to that point, though, Jamila Hill said, the reality is that the people who will vote for Trump don't see him as an idiot. He's speaking to them with his unhinged ranting. He's not moving anyone over to his side because the people that love him won't leave him.
I mean, my God, come on. If I was watching this and I was one of those people, when he brought up that they're eating the dogs, I would be like, are you who? They're eating the dog.
And double down on the black jobs thing.
We have millions of people pouring into our country from prisons and jails, from mental institutions and insane asylums, and they're coming in and they're taking jobs that are occupied right now by African Americans and Hispanics.
I knew
double down on black
that was
jobs.
At the top. I was like, okay, I see where this is going.
What's weird is I want to just point this out. So Trump inherited 8 years of Obama, right?
Yeah.
This current administration, Biden-Harris, inherited 4 years of Trump.
Mm-hmm.
The tax breaks that he gave corporations and all of his administration, all those things they written into law, we won't even see the full effects of that for a lot longer. But also, they don't expire until 2025 because he had planned on being either president until then or was going to get reelected. So the state of our country right now and how it's working is still based off of the previous administration.
Well, I think a lot of things, the incoming president will undo a lot of things that the prior president did. In the first 100 days, they have the right to use executive orders.
Yeah,
I believe.
Yeah.
But I don't think they can just undo everything. But
well,
you're right. They do have
those tax breaks expire this year, and then all their tax law I think expires. So then they'll have to reset them and do something else. But we still he keeps talking about the economy and talking about all these things and all these, but a lot of these things they couldn't undo anyway, so it would take a lot long. So Trump's still kind of fucking with, the way we're ran right now. Donald Trump has no plan. How many?
It's true.
She said it 3
when
times.
When they asked him about what he would do about the war in Ukraine,
he said nothing, bitch. He said he would call him up. He said he could do this right now. I could do this right. I could do this voice. I could do this right now, or I could.
Wait, is that the impression?
It's kind of it's a little bit. I can't do it. It's I'll figure it out. Sometimes I have it, and sometimes I don't. But I could do this right now, or I could do this when I become president. I could honestly do it right now if I wanted to. I call them both back up. I call them both. I call Luzinski, call up Putin, and I say, hey, let me end this war. Let's knock it off. Knock it off. It just seems deranged in such a sense of wow. If your friends are fighting like that, why not call them now?
Your friends. His dictator friends.
Why he literally hated on Kamala for getting praised by Putin. We still don't know what that was. But she called him out. She's like, you were sending love letters to who was his name?
Kim Jong-un.
That was rude.
What do you mean?
It was just rude. They were just she could have got a lot lower, but she didn't.
She could have. I think she hit him with just the right amount of shade and reads.
It is very well known that Donald Trump is weak and wrong on national security and foreign policy. It is well known that he admires dictators, wants to be a dictator on day one, according to himself. It is well known that he said of Putin that he can do whatever the hell he wants and go into Ukraine. It is well known that he said when Russia went into Ukraine, it was brilliant. It is well known he exchanged love letters with Kim Jong-un. And it is absolutely well known that these dictators and autocrats are rooting for you to be president again because they're so clear. They can manipulate you with flattery and favors.
Do you really feel like the NBC was being biased in the way they asked?
ABC.
It was ABC?
It was.
Why is it all like always
BC.
NBC and SBC? Why can't y'all be like Skeet or like Thirst?
Verse.
You're watching Verse Network.
Maybe that'll be the name of ours.
VRS. We would, and
Verse.
eventually it would probably be letters too, like anything else. But
Yeah. VBC.
do you feel like they asked him questions that were kind of pointed for him?
To be fair, I do think, but it's like you said, he was fact checked more because he was the one lying.
He said, they're eating the pets. Fuck.
They're eating the pets.
It's like, oh my God, it's literally, I think you have a captive audience here. And this is what you chose to say. You could have said anything.
Yo.
This is your moment to convince people to vote for you, and you're yelling at the moderators that people are eating pets.
So, and then when they asked him, like when they fact him, he's like, "Well, somebody said it."
ABC News did reach out to the city manager there. He told us there have been no credible reports of specific claims of pets being harmed, injured, or abused by individuals within the immigrant community.
Well,
All
I've
this-
seen people on television.
Let me just say here, this is
The people on
this is
television
a
say
clar-
my dog was taken and used for food. So maybe he said that, and maybe that's a good
Yeah.
thing to say for a city manager.
I'm not taking this from
But
television.
the people
I'm
on
taking it from
television
the city
saying their
manager.
dog was eaten by the people that went there.
This was a very entertaining debate.
It gave unhinged, like it was going to have given.
Sometimes I wish Donald Trump had remained an entertainer because he, in some ways, is
That was very
entertaining to watch.
entertaining.
Entertaining to watch. Laughing at, very much, not laughing with, but
Laughing at the way that it went around the circle, like everyone hates you. He said, "Everyone hates you. Everyone's laughing at you.
hold on.
Everyone's laughing at you. Everyone's laughing at America."
Here go another tweet said, moderators just keep finding different ways to say to Trump, you be lying.
You be lying.
You be lying.
They said, "Well, you said." I don't know, girl. What else you got?
Well, the last one really I have here is that I took a screenshot of the trending topics while the debate was going on.
Mm-hmm.
So it includes cooked in all caps. I'm talking now, which was like Trump's little
remember when
sassy
you said
moment.
that?
Right. Sound familiar?
Wait a minute. I'm talking now. If you don't mind, please. Does that sound familiar?
Ooh, he thought he ate her up with that one. Whole time he was getting cooked. Then we have what the fuck is Trump?
Yeah.
I'm assuming what the fuck is Trump
Doing.
doing?
Having a fucking mental health breakdown.
Jesus.
Yeah. He was the idea that people told you 2 weeks in advance that, you know, the Harris campaign is going to try to walk you down this aisle of where you're going to be baited into going on rants and rambles about crowd sizes, who was there, AI, pictures. You were going to lie. Like they said this to you. They told you how you're going to act. And then you get there and you do just that. You walk right down. She said something about crowd sizes. I think she only said the word crowd sizes. He went on a tangent.
Yeah. I mean, but it was so cooked. Cooked. So then we have Run Spot Run. I forgot about Run Spot Run.
That's a moment. That's a moment, and I think giving a speech, you take a little break, a little. No, this motherfucker said, "A run spot." Run. He almost wanted to look over and be like, "Bitch." Can't say that this time. He did that shit with Hillary.
Oh, and apparently Kamala too. There was reports that he would like refer to her as that.
Yeah, of course he did.
Yeah.
That's what I would say on my way to the stage to be called an idiot.
If we're like on a hot mic saying grab him by the pussy, like
I know he called me a bitch.
if you weren't referring to women as bitches.
Bitches. Also, what was that? I know we missed it a little bit, but what was that handshake situation?
Oh, Well, he started walking directly towards his podium.
Yeah,
And she walked over
directly
towards to
him.
his side, like, you're going to shake my hand, motherfucker.
You're going to act right today.
Right. And it was very much that energy, like,
But why?
he was being scolded up there. Like, talking about his 6 failed businesses after a $400 million loan.
She
like,
said, you received, he received $450 million in inheritance. It was much smaller than that, but okay, sure. Okay, we don't know the number, but did you get an inheritance? Because that right there is privilege.
which he admitted, like, oh, I got a fraction of that. Okay, girl.
Okay, well,
somebody
bitch,
gave you a lot of money.
I was born to debt. I'm going to leave debt.
No. Bitch, we about to get our money up.
Yeah.
And I guess a big takeaway for me is, like, I felt similarly after the convention. They done put some gays up in the Democratic campaign strategy because the girls have learned to read a bitch down. Like, from
the
the
gays.
convention
It's the gays.
to now, they have been reading him for filth in a way where it's like, I almost felt, I was like,
The gays did it.
I almost felt bad for him up there. I was like, oh my God. You know who else is really old? You know who else is really old up there?
Oh, come on. We knew that from the get-go. That was the part of the turn a new page. It really felt like with him, it was like the gays were trying to kill me.
Please, these gays, they're trying to murder me.
Oh. I was like, oh my God, orange is his like natural state. I was like, y'all about to make that motherfucker turn.
Oh, and he's got
turn red,
he's
turn
got
blue.
Some great woman named Christine or Courtney doing his orange blush all over his fucking face.
Which
it
was
really
really
is crushed Cheetos.
It was really it wasn't giving today.
No, not today. It's never
Somebody
giving.
missed
Did you
a few
see Kamala
spots.
had a nice little
She did. You want to know
those are
though?
some clip-ins, I think. You think it's clip-ins or you think it's a sew-in?
Get out of here.
Do you think it's a sew-in or a clip-in?
So.
Yeah.
So.
You think they're in the back in the kitchen like, yeah, I mean, girl, we're going to hook you the fuck up. Don't swish it too much. Remember, poise.
Wait, okay. I'm sure I'm really sweaty right now. I have to say, I've been trying to find a way to say this that isn't sexist.
Oh, okay. Get it right. Make sure you speak it right into the mic, sis.
I know.
Because we're going to cut it out.
I just want the girls to know. Kamala, hey girl, if you love those broad-shouldered pantsuits, I love it for you. But a man could never get away with wearing a gown to the inauguration. But you, a woman, can show up in a beautiful goddamn gown and let the girls know that you can be powerful in a dress.
No, not in America. Are you silly, bitch?
Yes, you can.
No, you got to remember her audience is in middle America.
I don't give a fuck. If she won, she could do it. She already won the presidency. I want at the inauguration.
But she's not winning the presidency right now. My mom is not a dress wearing woman. She would not really appreciate that.
This isn't about right
gown?
now. A gown.
A gown at the debate?
At the inauguration.
At the inauguration, yes. I thought you meant the debate.
No, although you don't have to be a gown, but
so you're saying you don't want Kamala to show up at the inauguration when she wins in a broad shoulder pantsuit?
Not necessarily. I'm not necessarily saying that. If she likes that, I love that for her. What I'm saying is, I think it would be such a statement
and Alex
to pull up.
Yes. In a Dolce. A house of Darion.
In anything.
You're blocking your camera.
In anything that says, I am a black woman. Emphasis on black, emphasis on woman. I'm the first black woman president. Ain't I a fucking woman?
She should show up in that gown that Billy Porter wore to the That was a tuxedo and a gown, and I'm not trying to drag nobody. I thought that was beautiful.
Can
you imagine though?
Yeah, I just think it would be fab. That's all.
Actually, I mean,
you know what I'm trying to say?
If not a gown, then a long, tall, skinny, like stiletto spike Louis Vuitton stiletto that hurts. Maybe some dangly earrings.
Something fab.
Maybe a updo.
Yeah, something fucking
You ever seen
fab.
Babs? You ever seen Babs?
Bunny?
Baps. Sorry, Baps with Holly Berry.
No.
Yeah, I want her to have one of those. Put that in here.
We're gonna add that in there.
You look it up. I want to see her show up with like a little Holly Berry moment. You're gonna love this.
So you're on the same page as me, right? Like, because we're literally like, I would, when I just feel like wrong commenting on women's business and what women wear and all of that, but I don't know.
You want to see the faggotry of it all.
The pageantry of it all.
You want some gay people backstage to put her in RuPaul's outfit.
Yes,
real bad.
I want them hired, and I want her to fucking let me sit down. Anyway, you get my point.
Listen, I think it's a good idea.
That might have to get cut.
No, I feel like that'd be cool. But
yeah, that'd be cool, right?
But she also has other dictators that she has to now like combat. It can't be too much. You know what? Michelle Obama had a lot of beautiful gowns.
That's what I'm saying at the inauguration.
Not the president, though.
Exactly, but why does the president have to? Like, what are we saying?
What if it's not a gown, but it's a dress?
Yeah,
it would make sense to not wear a gown, though. Make more sense to wear like a dress of some sort. But gowns are all different. Listen, something cute, right? Something cute, something demure.
Not that. Yes, something demure, something cutesy.
Yes.
I don't know how mindful. Like, what's mindful clothing?
A mindful would be like a crew neck, like bring it all the neck up to here, maybe a Jesus piece, a little
Jesus piece.
You gotta put it on. You gotta put it on. I got it. I told you it would kick in. You gotta put it on.
It's like I could tell that's what you were doing. It's not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad.
I'm giving you like 7 out of 10.
Yeah,
6.5.
Little G's piece. Maybe something up to here. I don't know. You gotta remember, people. There are conservative people that watch this. I know they have opinions, but if we can get their votes for now,
How do we get the conservative people to watch this?
I mean, after they saw that their nominee was talking about eating fucking dogs.
They're eating the pets.
Bitch, we're not the only country that watched this. They're gonna play that on a loop. Also a bit racist, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. It just seemed a bit unhinged racist.
That's yeah.
How are the rapists and murderers coming, doctors and lawyers, and taking my black job?
Wait, because that was the other tweet. That was the last tweet. We have to address that. Okay. Is that why is nobody? Why is nobody talking about how Trump is so dumb he thinks that taking asylum means coming from insane asylums?
Yeah, asylum, crazy people.
He's losing it.
I would be losing it too. There's a lot of court lingering over his head. The judge that was over his 34 counts, whatever, for his sentencing, said that, okay, I'll sentence you on November 26th. So you got until now to figure out what the fuck you going to do.
Which is very kind of them, really.
Yeah, but it's also
all right, we'll let you lose this election before we send your ass away.
You want to be depressed as fuck? Well, that's it for me. Do we get it all?
I think so. The last thing I'll say is that there was a very brief moment in that debate where Trump said, "We're going to do very well."
To himself?
He said it, he said it to us, to the world, to America, to the viewers.
That we're going to do very well?
That he's going to do very well, his campaign.
At
and
what?
It was towards the end.
At what?
In the election.
What are they doing well at? He owes states money from having his rallies. Who's not going to be getting any sleep anytime soon? Trump. He's going to be on plane, bus, another club, another club, another club.
Yeah.
Another club. No sleep. Unhinged, reckless.
Yeah, I want to tell the girls that I didn't know if I was registered to vote. My name is William Sherman III, meaning I'm named after my father and grandfather, which sometimes is a pain in the ass, as much as I love being a legacy. Looking up my voter registration information, having been registered to vote in Maryland in years past, having voted in Maryland in years past, I looked up my voter registration in New York, and I have a Maryland ID, so I couldn't just change my registration in New York. So, anytime you have to go to somebody's office, it's kind of an extra step. It was something I had been putting off, but I finally went and did it. I changed my registration to vote in New York so that I could actively engage in politics in the place that I live. So yeah, they have an office, the Board of Elections down near Wall Street. It's worth checking. It's important.
If you're a New York State resident, you can go to ny.gov and register to vote there. If you don't know where your voting poll is, you can go there, put your name in, put your address, and it'll tell you where your poll is. And then if you're an out-of-state resident, now's a good time to go to vote.
So yeah, you can also sign up to be a poll worker. They need
strippers.
Those.
They need strippers.
Yeah, I love them strippers. Yeah, I love them strippers.
You get to see a scripture every time you vote, so vote twice. And that's all she wrote, folks.
Wait. Also, the other thing is, well, maybe I shouldn't give you guys any weird ideas, but if you commit voter fraud, the penalty is not really that much. It's like $8,000 fine or something.
I'm glad you have $8,000.
Well, no, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like, voter fraud, you would think that you would go to prison or something.
Apparently, you can run for fucking president and be a convicted felon. So why are you going to prison for voter fraud? We don't have a real good gauge on how to make laws in this country.
And then they want to abide by them so much. Oh, if it's in the Constitution, like, yeah.
We don't really look over that too often, do we?
A gun isn't the same thing they meant back then.
No, they had fucking cannons and what do you call it? Yeah, they had a bunch of illegal shit they couldn't use.
God, we are really, if you guys are still listening to this, Jesus, go to bed.
Yeah.
Go.
Is this done? Are we done?
We love you.
Just to Play with Ellen and Trey. Follow us on Instagram, Spotify, anywhere that you listen to podcasts. Goodbye.
Bye. Peace.
And stop.